Hello BookTube, welcome to my first book haul. I received and bought a stupid amount of books over Christmas and New Year, so I'm going to break this down into a few little videos. The first one I'm going to do is comics and graphic novels. So these are books that, they're all books I've been bought. The first one is Cowboy Bebop Volume 1. I only recently, in the last sort of few years, got into manga and anime in a big way. I watched the whole animated series of Cowboy Bebop, which is one of the more accomplished, more popular, more famous animated series. It's a bit bonkers. It's got a weird jazz fusion soundtrack over the top of this eccentric space opera, adventure, crime, sci-fi jaunt. So it's really fun, and I would definitely give the animated series a go if you haven't already. The book was quite a different experience for me. It seemed to tip the balance more in the direction of fan service. There's a little bit of that in the series, but it felt a bit more, just a bit less acceptable in this. There was a bit more of it. It felt, maybe not, but it just wasn't the same experience as the series, and I think this is one of those examples, rare ones, where I enjoyed the series more than the book, and maybe the series came first and that's why, and it wasn't meant to be in this format. I still rate it because I really enjoy the characters, they're all really fun, and the art is really cool, so give it a go. That's no reason not to give it a go. I will definitely be trying Volume 2 at some point, but I wasn't blown away by it in the way that I was by the series. The next comic or graphic novel I got was Volume 7 of Neil Gaiman's Sandman. Over the past few years I've started collecting these editions. I have never read them before, so at the moment I am sort of a little partway through Volume 6, and I've been putting it off for quite a while because I didn't have Volume 7 to move on to afterwards, and I really didn't want to finish. It sounds stupid to just stop reading because you don't want to run out of things, the story to carry on with, but that's kind of how it worked. So I'm carrying on with Volume 6 now, and I'm really looking forward to reading this and then collecting the rest of the volumes when I can afford them. And God, do I want the whole, all of it boxed up set, and possibly the same with the Prelude series when that happens. For anybody who doesn't know Sandman yet, you should. It's by Neil Gaiman, who's one of the more prolific writing voices at the moment. He's massive on the writing scene. He's a friend of Terry Pratchett, and he has similarly a warm, fun, funny voice, and he is quite a driving force in the writing scene at the moment. Sandman follows the Sandman, or Dream as we know him, through the most vast dimensions you could possibly imagine in every direction. He goes on journeys, there are slices of life stories, there are short stories within bigger stories. It's an incredible expanse of dreamlike, surreal, philosophical, emotional. It's incredible. Just pick it up and give it a go. The artwork by Dave McKean is just incredible. The next one is Supreme Blue Rose, which is a comic series which I started getting into at Thought Bubble Comic Festival in Leeds in November. So I picked up the first one because the artwork looked really interesting. It's got this really warm, earthy background colour scheme, with these blue kind of crayon-y lines over everything. So it's got a really dreamy, surreal kind of feel, and my partner got me 2, 3, 4 and 5. The cover artwork is one of the things that drew me in. It's got this amazing colour palette with really nice little touches like the white dots against the red hair, and really warm skin colour. Apparently Supreme is a pre-existing comic character that I didn't know about. I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to comics or graphic novel history. At the moment I feel a bit left out. I feel like I'm not getting it at all. There's this big mystery, or this massive setup, which is being really built up throughout these comics, and I don't get it. I don't have a clue what's happening. I love the artwork, and I'm there. I'm willing, but I don't know how much longer I can invest in it because no bloody idea. So those were all the comics and graphic novels that I was given for Christmas. Please let me know if you have read any comics or graphic novels over Christmas recently or last year that you could recommend. It's an area that I'm really keen on at the moment. I'm quite a slow reader and I'm really visual as well, so it's one of my favourite areas at the moment. Thanks, and I will see you in my next video.